So at this point, we have everything cleaned, I think, really well. We did pull this off and wipe all of the kind of hardened up, nasty grease and oil and everything off of those. And I pulled out each one of these rollers and inspected it. They all look good. We used a combination of some very fine grit sandpaper, some 2000 grit sandpaper to smooth out and clean the surface of the heads, as well as a wire brush, but we were trying not to damage it and just get rid of all of the gasket material. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. Also wiped the cylinder walls down and then re-oiled them just with a light coat of oil. So yeah, I think that we're pretty much ready to actually install the heads. The heads, of course, we put new seats in and cleaned all the gasket surfaces on here as well. Then we did put new spark plugs in, and I'm glad that we did that because they were like super stuck. Whoever put them in before really tightened them down. These are the new gaskets, and I just ordered this kit off of Amazon, so hopefully these are not trash, but they look to be nice quality. I'll link to the kit that we used in the description below, or at least one similar to it. But you can see it came with all the gaskets, and they seem as nice as the ones we're taking out, so I don't know. The ones that were in there were Felpro, someone else put them in. So we placed the first gasket on, and we wiped down the cylinder head and everything. Should be ready to go on, so we're just going to place it on very carefully so that these locate pins go up into their holes. Drop down on there. So these are the different vehicles. We're doing the 98 Ranger, but the process is a little bit different depending on if you have the 99 Ranger or this Windstar. But we're going to tighten them all down to 59. Then we're going to loosen each of them one full turn. And then we're going to do a third step between 33 and 41, and then a fourth step between 63 and 78. So it's like a tight squeeze, loosen, tight squeeze, and then really tight squeeze in order to make sure the gasket crushes the proper way. We've got the torque wrench set at 59, and we're going to go through the procedure here. So if you look at this, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here we go. So 1 is this one right here. So scary. Okay, there's 1. I like to just do long, slow pushes. There we go. For some reason, we left 1 rocker on. And 8. So now we loosen them. Starting with 1. We're going to go 1 full turn, which in this engine bay is going to be 4 quarter turns. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3. That's like completely loose. That was such a horrible feeling. Let's go. Alright, so they're all completely loose, so now we go up to, what are we going up to now?
33 to 41.
Why don't we go with 35 then? Or 35 right there. Start with 1. This is it. This is the final torque down. Hopefully everything just works like it should. This part is a little scary. It felt like a lot of torque earlier.
Back to 59.
Ranger and Windstar 1998, step 4, 63 to 73. So why don't we go with 65 and see how that feels? Or we could just go to 63, which is the lower end. There's 60. So there's 63. So I think that we should go the extra 10 to 73, which is on the high range, because this head gasket has been replaced once. So it's more likely that the head has issues. We didn't really know that when we started, but quite easily. We're basically going an additional 1/8 turn past, because I think that the bolts are at their yield right now. So that means that the bolt is starting to stretch, and it can't do anything more than stretch. So that is the first side all torqued down and the sequence for the 98 3.0 liter. We're going to proceed with the second side, but I think that you understand. We proceeded with the second side, placed the gasket carefully, dropped the head on, ran all the bolts in. We actually ran them in with that power tool there you saw. And then just the same sequence, I had my brother actually do it on this side, and it seemed to go pretty well, getting it all torqued down. Took, well, it was a little bit faster doing the second side compared to doing the first side, since we kind of knew what we were doing and had the sequence down. Alright, so the heads are all torqued down. We hope that everything is correct. We're going to proceed with installing the rockers and push rod. We then went ahead and put the rockers back in and the rocker arms and got all those torqued down properly. Hopefully that helped you out with your project, and we'll talk to you later.